Hey guys, it's Ashley Catalina here. So, if you didn't know, a lot of stuff has changed, basically. That's why I really haven't been active here on YouTube. So first things first, we're going to talk about some things that I got from Wish. I'm going to do like a little review thing, and then we're going to continue on talking about Wish. So if you don't know what Wish is, it is an app where you can basically buy a whole bunch of things, pretty much anything under the sun, for really, really cheap. Sometimes the things that you buy can be pretty great quality, and other times not so much. And most of the items are shipped from someplace in China, so the shipping process can take a really, really, really long time. What we're going to do first is I'm just going to show you some things that you can find under the Witchy section on the Wish app. So yeah. Alright, so here we are browsing through Wish, the app, and as you can see there are numerous books and clothing items and crystals, tarot cards. There's lots of tarot cards on here, accessories, all sorts of things that you can buy, and sometimes the prices are pretty great and other times not so much. These things seem pretty okay, they look kind of cool. Now $30 for this, ugh.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head, a million dreams are keeping me awake.
Alright, so the first thing we're going to talk about is books. So I got this book from Wish, and strangely enough it arrived in an Amazon package, but it arrived just on time when it was supposed to. And I've reread this book a couple times and it's very interesting, so I do recommend that. It's written by Lisa Chamberlain, who also happened to write this book, Runes for Beginners. And I got this book as well. It also arrived on time and in an Amazon package. So I don't know if when you buy books from Wish they like ship through Amazon or what, but yeah, it's also very good, so I'm very pleased with that. Now the weird thing is, I was looking on Wish at some of the books that they had, and I noticed that a couple of the books that I recently bought from a bookstore, okay, I was able to buy cheaper at the bookstore than what they're selling them on Wish. So this book, The Complete Guide to Tarot, or I think that's what it says, yeah, The Complete Guide to the Tarot, to learn about like tarot reading and all that. This book is being sold for like, you know, $12, $13, $14 on Wish, depending. I think I saw one listing as like $11 maybe. I spent $8 on this at the bookstore. So yeah. And same with this. This on Wish I think is sold for like $23 or something. I spent $20 on this book. 20. And it's a wonderful book. It's, you know, great. You know, these are books I'm going to be referencing. So, yeah.
I've been reading books of old, the legends and the myths, Achilles and his gold, Hercules and his gifts, Spider-Man's control, and Batman with his fits.
So the next thing that we're going to talk about now that I got are candles. And I'll talk about these more like in a few moments or two, but I ordered a whole bunch of chime candles, all sorts of different colors. There's more, but I'm not going to dig them all out. These were all packaged very well. They arrived when they were supposed to, and they worked pretty well, except for like one that I tried to light, and it didn't want to light at all because the wick was like way too short. And now I kind of have an overabundance of candles because I also have those little like tiny white tea light candles. They work very well and I am satisfied with those. Alright, so the next thing, you might hear my cat meowing in the background, so just keep that in mind or ignore it or whatever you want. So I have been wanting this oracle deck for a very, very, very long time. The Oracle of, what is it, Shadows and Light. I'm very, very happy with this. And I did order it from Wish. It did arrive in an Amazon package like the books did. And there was a little bit of confusion because it arrived one day late. When it said it was delivered, it actually wasn't. And it arrived the very next day. So I kind of had a freak out moment there. But other than that, I'm very, very, very pleased with this deck. I love this artist, Jasmine Beckett Griffith. She does some wonderful, wonderful work. Alright, now I'm going to show you this amazing thing of crystals that I got. Now this box here, this is one of my craft boxes. This is my main one. And from Wish, I saw a thing of crystals. There it is up on the screen. These little tiny jars full of all sorts of different kinds of crystals. All sorts. And the jars are absolutely adorable. I cannot get over how adorable they are. Now, I will tell you this. I was extremely impressed by the packaging. They were so well packaged. They came in like this little box, and like 4 or 5 of them were like all wrapped up in like styrofoam, almost like a styrofoam like paper. And there was no way that the glass bottles could have cracked or broken. They were so well packaged. It was so difficult to even open. It was that well packaged. So on the one hand, it was a toughie to try to open them, but they arrived safely and on time. And for that, I am extremely grateful and happy. And I mean, look how cute they are. I kind of thought they were going to be a little bit bigger when I got them, but you know, I can't complain because they're just so cute. And I've actually used them to get crafty. So here's the thing. A lot of being a witch or being pagan or Wiccan, I've noticed, has a lot to do with consumerism. Because a lot of people will try to tell you that you need all these candles and all these different kinds, you need all these crystals and all these different kinds, you need all these herbs, you need all these plants, you need a super fancy altar, you need all sorts of things, okay, to buy. Well, you know, I actually kind of got stuck in that trap for a little bit, because I was totally convinced and I just wanted to learn everything I could, hence all the books that I bought. And I wanted to, you know, get back into studying and learning witchcraft, which, side note, is very interesting as a sociology major and psychology minor, because there's been a rise in earth-based religions, especially since quarantine. So that's interesting to look at from a sociological and psychological perspective. Sorry, I'm stumbling here. I'm kind of digressing. But anyways, back about the crystal thing.
I found my frequency. Crystals, speak to me.
What are they saying?
Buy more crystals. Everything happens for a reason. Be a beacon of light in the world. Put a little alright in the world.
I got underneath this like little trap thing that was like, oh, you had to have all this stuff. And I had already gotten some crystals from a new age store that is in the town where I live, because I thought, you know, that's exactly what you need. Well, you don't. Now it is nice having all these different crystals. I love them, okay? This is the little box that I keep the majority of my crystals in, and some other trinkets here and there. This is a selenite wand. I bought this from a website called magicplanet.com that sold it for a very low price, and it's real selenite. I got it for around $5 with some percentage off, okay? you don't need to own tons and tons of crystals. You don't need to own giants of crystals, okay, in order to be a witch or to have this, you know, I don't know, aesthetic. A lot of it's mainly for the aesthetic, okay? But if you're an actual practicing witch or a Wiccan or a pagan, you will know that most of the things that you need will be found in nature, like wherever you live. So as I said, I've begun to get more crafty. Some of the crystals I have are very small. Very, very small. And that's fine. This is sunstone. Here's a tiny chunk of rose quartz. I have a larger chunk on the altar behind me. And you can also incorporate a lot of crystals into jewelry. Which leads into my next point. I've begun to get crafty. Like really, really, really crafty. So I've been making tons of jewelry with crystals and even like dried sunflowers, which I will show in a moment. And that leads to the other thing that I bought from Wish. A whole bunch of these teeny tiny little jars. Hold on. And they come with corks and these things, I don't know what they're called, that like hold them to use as jewelry. I've made some necklaces and stuff from them, and I didn't realize this when I bought it, but it actually came with like 100 and something of these. Now you can't see in there, and I'm scared that they're gonna break or something. Oh wait, here's one that has the little thing I was telling you about. Now I will tell you this. They are wonderful for the price. They work exactly as they need to be worked for. However, they weren't packaged the best. Like when these arrived, they came in a very small bag, which like that shocked me because I thought they were gonna be a lot bigger than what they were. And the bottles, the corks, and the sharp thingies that you put into the cork, I don't know what they're called, were all just kind of just tossed in the bag. Luckily, none of them were broken when I opened them. However, when I started to use them, a couple of the bottles actually broke because the glass they're made out of, I'm pretty sure it's real glass. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think it's real glass. But a couple of them actually broke when I was trying to use them because the glass is so thin. But other than that, I absolutely love these little bottles, and they're super cute and they're great for jewelry. Now, I will tell you this. Along with the whole consumerism thing, that is a problem that I've noticed, I got to thinking, you know, real witches used what was around them and their environment. The old gods and all the beliefs surrounding paganism and Wicca isn't founded in money and consumerism. They're found in craftsmanship and the natural world around us and the things that we can use. It's basically like using your resources. So as I said, I've begun to get crafty and using what's around me. So I did make a couple of pendulums, handmade pendulums. I just got this from like the dollar store, put a little bead on the top, and used one of these little bottles. I think this is citrine. Yeah, this is the citrine one, to make little pendulums, and they literally work just fine. And I already have a pendulum. I actually have a couple of them, but you know what? These work wonderfully, okay? So literally, you can make your own stuff, and it works just fine. I will also show you the sycamore tree branch project that I'm working on. And and I'm incorporating a lot of natural things that I find into that as well. So this has kind of turned into a ramble. But yeah, those are the things that I bought, and I'm pleased with those. Now, this little wand thing, this crystal wand, is another thing that I'm still waiting on. I actually got it for free, and I just had to pay for the shipping, and I don't even remember which type of crystal I ordered, but still waiting on this. These are the rune stones that I ordered that I am still waiting on. They've all gotten good reviews. And this journal that I'm also still waiting on, and it needs to be here. Hello. I need to rant for a minute, so please stay with me. So, whether you want to know or not, I bought some rune stones about, a month ago, right? They're opalite rune stones, and I have been waiting for these rune stones for, let's see, a long time now, right? And see, I also bought a beautiful little notebook as well. They still have not showed up. They're supposed to arrive today, okay? It's already like 3 in the afternoon, and my packages have not arrived. And I'm getting very irritated, and so I just really need to rant because I've been reading about runes, and I really want my rune stones, okay? They need to be here already. And this thing I am also waiting on still. It's supposed to be here in a couple weeks. It is a pendulum, and it comes with a pendulum board, and it comes in a nice little box. So yeah.